Why is everyone in Aladdin hot? My original statement stands. I don't care what you say, there's pepperoni in that ratatouille. Mandela effect. Which one is Mr. Incredible's son? Seriously, how the hell did this come out in 2008? My girl had a hard week, so I kidnapped her and flew her to Disney World. When I have a hard week, I just have another hard week. Your reminder that Disney owns the right to both franchises and can make this battle happen anytime they want. Disney artists did not have to go this hard for a short film. Well, Abu, looks like we don't need the genie anymore. How do I convert my screams to energy, like they did in Monster Inc? This is the only way Buzz's hair should look. Classic Disney princesses were modeled after real women. You're just fat. You can't keep getting away with it. Candace, at the end of every Phineas and Ferb episode, I have been here a day, and already I've seen so many Disney couple shirts that basically boil down to this. Are people okay? My stupid wife is making me pay for this. I'm his mini. Pixar. Andy has to grow up, otherwise it makes no sense. Also Pixar. Yeah, Jack is still a baby, 13 years later. What are you going to do about it? Sorry everyone, but the world's greatest cosplay has been achieved. I don't know why, but I can't stop laughing. Disney. I enjoyed my daughter's first Disney ride more than she did. Why does my kettle look like Mike Wazowski? The man who voiced Mickey Mouse and the woman who voiced Minnie Mouse were married to each other in real life. Remember Peter Pan? This is him now. Feel old yet? This is the best one yet. Remember when Linguini brought a rat he found back to his apartment and got all embarrassed and was like, it's not much to the rat. Linguini is the only millennial character ever written correctly. The first look of Inside Out's new emotion character. Pixar producers. Okay, we got a new movie idea. It's called Rocks. Pixar animators. Say no more. When you realize the first Toy Story movie came out 25 years ago. Pixar CEO. Remember guys, we work as a team. There is no I in Pixar. Yes there is. No there isn't. Writes the word Pixar on a piece of paper and hands it to the CEO. Oh my. Yeah. Murder it with a lamp. I like being invited to things, but I don't necessarily like going. But I like being invited. A raccoon, a tree, and a Disney princess. I see no difference. The Little Mermaid, 1989. Do you guys know how long it took me to work out that he has 7 daughters because there are 7 seas? Decades. What? Which sea is Ariel? The Red Sea. Have you seen her hair? How much does Jack Frost weigh? Enough to break the ice. This actually isn't even a joke or a pickup line. It's a general statement. He weighed enough to break the ice and drowned. During the park's first year, real ammunition was used at the Penny's arcade shooting gallery. I was today years old when I learned these two share the same voice actor. Peakley is, without a doubt, the best Disney princess. A kingdom of isolation, and it looks like I'm a queen. Delete this. I was at Disneyland, and a toddler walked up to a snack stand and was like, "May I have a cup of water?" And the employee just looked them dead in the eyes and was like, "That'll be $4.25. And that, folks, is the Disney magic. The Minions have a huge weekend in theaters, extending problems for Disney. So you might say that Disney is on track for a very light year financially. If Disney characters had fuller bodies, they would look much more realistic. They really do have unrealistic body proportions. If I didn't know any better, I would think they were cartoons or something. When Disney made Finding Nemo to raise awareness about taking animals from their natural habitat. When clownfish sales skyrocketed because everyone wanted a pet Nemo. I sure hope gas prices don't get too high. Gas prices. Disney stars used to sing like you could tell it was rested on them, whether their families got to keep a roof over their heads or not. You're welcome. Do you take constructive criticism on your posts? Do you think Pixar should bring back bloopers? Yes. Dad goals at Disneyland. The voices of all these characters took a selfie together. One of Disney's biggest aesthetics mistakes was whenever they decided to get rid of that one specific sparkly effect they used in their early movies. Pixar in 1995. Friendship can overcome jealousy and envy. Pixar in 2022. Yas, queen, soleil, be different. What happened? If you live long enough, you see the same eyes in different people. Ariana Grande looks like a Disney princess using her one wish to her fairy godmother to ask for the world's biggest can of Monster Energy drink. Warner Brothers has Speedy Gonzalez, so why doesn't Disney have a famous rabbit, should we tell her? There is no one in my Incredibles 2 theater under the age of 15. A group of 15 guys just walked in with beers and yelled, "Where's my super suit? We are not here to mess around. You want glory? I'll show you glory." There are too many levels to this joke, and I wanted awareness of neither of them. I hate this so much, so you all have to suffer with me. But first I have to polish up my resume. How do you spell gorgeous? Yeah, you don't spell that with a clear conscious. The shade. Aladdin. I can show you the world. Jasmine. Okay, let's just fly around the city we live in though. Remember when Pixar used to animate blooper reels for their movie characters, so they were behaving like actors in a movie and messing up their lines, and even the villains were goofy off the screen? Ah yes. Yes, enslaved scream. When I was a boy, they took my mother. Mommy! Now it's time for them to pay dearly. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson stars in Disney's Bambi. I'm in Disney World and it's raining like crazy, and one of the princesses strutted past me and said, "Even in the rain, I look good." Pinocchio had a wild 2022. Tally ho, Dapper Elsa strikes again. When you audition for the Pixar lamp role and you don't get the job. Geronimo, Arafo, Navajo, Pocahontas. If you don't love Genie, there's something wrong with you. That look Nala gave Simba in the field should have been enough to make Lion King at least PG-13. As an adult, I literally do whatever I want, but I always end up wanting to just go to sleep. So my niece looks like baby Merida, and nothing you can say can convince me otherwise. Volkswagen develops high-tech office chair that can Fuck. That shit attacked me. I just got assaulted. 12 miles per hour is pretty quick for a chair. Nothing has ever made me happier in my whole life. The plot to Mary Poppins is weird. Imagine being 8 years old and your absent father hires a woman off the street to sing to you about how fun it is to drink cough syrup. Everything lime green is evil. Every villain is lime. So I have made the decision to trust you. A horrible decision, really. Cheers to Flynn Rider, the closest Disney ever came to a realistic male character. All the awards. Disneyland during rain, or fog, or darkness is my favorite. It truly looks like a hazy dream. That is just Justin Bieber, in a dress though. Come on, Timon, you guys gotta create a diversion. What do you want me to do? Dress in drag and do the hula? One of the best transitions I've ever seen in a movie. The Orphans, I'm so sorry. Disney executive, I need ideas, people. Big ideas. What if we did all of our movies again? Cigar drops out of mouth. Woody, you are a toy. Buzz, you're a prince, and you're going to marry a princess. Now, father, you're living in the past. This is the 14th century. Yeah, Dad, wake up and smell the plague. Marriage. More good women have been lost to marriage than to war. Famine, disease, and disaster. You have talent, darling. Don't squander it. Why did they give this line to a villain? Because they wanted it to seem like an extreme position that only a cold-hearted woman who wants a puppy coat could have. Sorry, kid. Can't help you. Why not? 2 words. I am retired. It's funny because I am retired in Greek is which is 2 words. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Disney. What Pixar taught me. Friends are for life. Heroes are not about size. Things are rarely what they seem, and no ocean is too large to cross for the ones you love. I feel like this looks extremely symbolic. Notice how they're both in the same position, but Elsa's reflection is on the right side. Stop. Notice how Elsa can still see the kingdom, while all Hans can really see is himself. Marvel right now. I gotta blame somebody, otherwise it's all my fault. Screw that. She is currently causing the Disney plushie merch department nightmares. The European mind cannot comprehend this. That post where someone who used to work at Disney World said Europeans used to come up to them and be like, I want to go to LA today, but when does that park close? Like, you know, this toy would be a lot cooler if Disney actually had a princess that's known for practicing oh wait, am I a joke to you? Disney Plus is raising its prices. Here's how to cancel. Disney now owns this scene. Liam Neeson says the Star Wars fandom is a cult and Disney is diluting the brand. There are so many movies and spin-offs now. Taking the paycheck and then pooping on the thing you were in is so funny, bro. Get that bag. Excuse me, scary orb thing. Where are you taking us? Isn't that the high school? Prepare to be drained of all individuality and spirit. Yep, high school. Disney Channel knew what's up. My little brother loves Gravity Falls. As a gift, I bought him a little pocket journal and filled it with notes in invisible ink. They're going to tell you that babies come from people. This is a lie. We grew you in a lab and Dad built the crawl space back in the old house. You have Hornet DNA. The remake they think we want versus the remake we actually want. Looks good on the package, not much when worn. Just because I don't want to be part of the drama at work doesn't mean I don't want to know all the tea. It all started with a dream and a mouse. As soon as we saw The Rock, we looked at each other and knew what we had to do. Disney had no business. Okay, chill out, man. Dramatic girlfriend. Understanding boyfriend. They're the best Disney princesses. Go argue with the wall. Baking hack. Chop off Angel's head for a homemade Baby Yoda cookie cutter. My friend has identical triplet boys, and she dressed them up as the boys from Brave. Guys, it's his backstory. Beast, you must live with me in this castle for the rest of your days. The food is free? Yes, but I don't have to pay rent. I think you're missing the point of- There's a library? Sign me up. Roomie, please leave. Name a character that went through more pain than him. Oh wait, I never feel like more of a failure when I can't remember a piece of Harry Potter trivia. Oh, I'm a sham. Years of academy training wasted. And that is why Elsa is a queen and the rest are princesses. You can't marry a person you just met. There is a hotel room inside Cinderella's castle reserved only for contest winners. There is one in Disneyland above Pirates of the Caribbean. I think my girlfriend's professor makes super suits on the side. Costume characters are discouraged from giving adults high fives. The fuck? As the festive season nears, a reminder that Return of the Jedi is essentially viewing trees with lights, cozy fires, red and green. Oh ho ho. Doctor at my checkup asked me if I had any feelings of depression or anxiety, and I said, don't we all? And she said, no. The path to inner peace begins with 4 words. Not my fucking problem. This is Yoda. Yoda likes tomatoes. May I ask for a BB-8 in a sweater with the sleeves flapping behind him? I tried to ask this a few times, and each time my internet crashed. Whoa, Phineas, which way are you facing? Good question. Left. I swear this show is gold in every way. Me, after finishing an awesome book series. Oh no, this is Earth, isn't it? I don't think I've seen something more accurate than this. Let's discuss. I think the best Disney Pixar movie is WALL-E or Finding Nemo. Probably Finding Nemo, yeah. Ratatouille this, Ratatouille that. What about some respect for my freaking girlies? No. Frankly, I find the whole dating thing to be overrated. Who would want to subject themselves to that? Those of us who can actually get dates. The joke's on both of you. You end up dating each other. Me drunk at 3 a.m. Going to bed, a healthy snack. Shredded cheese from the bag. Oh my, you're such a little toddler. Say, that's what I'm going to call you. Todd. You know Todd, I'm not going to be so lonely anymore. Who gave you the right to do this and then cut up onions and then throw them in my eye? I was Disney Plus before there was a Disney Plus. God damn, this is old. I need to sleep in a stitched bed. Mentally, I'm here. Never watched this. So, you spend your early 20s thinking you'll have everything together by 25, and then reach 25 and realize you're still a child who likes to eat cereal for dinner and sing along to Disney movies. Except now, you have bills and taxes and anxiety and can't sleep. This is my favorite variation of Double Dutch. On the signal, we switch places. Kronk, it's time. I don't even know what this movie was, but it was great. Dumbo may have gotten bad reviews as a movie, but it got great reviews as a way to artificially extend the copyright of a nearly 80-year-old property, which is the whole point of Disney remakes. And there it is. Oh, that makes a lot of sense actually. What if the reason the creators of Monsters Inc. waited 12 years to make Monsters University was because the kids who watched Monsters Inc. of ages 5, 6, and 7 now are 17, 18, and 19 and off to college. The same goes for Toy Story 3 and how Andy was giving up his toys, his childhood, and moving on to college as well. What if they wanted to say goodbye to the child that loved their movies properly? My niece wanted me to draw her as her favorite princess, which happens to be Princess Tiana. She was so excited after I showed it to her. She asked me to post it so everyone can see it. Isn't she beautiful? These broken looking dresses were created by a retired cabinet maker. They are fully functional and look like they belong in a fairy tale. I wouldn't marry me either. Where's Ariel? That man was under a whole spell and was still worried about Ariel. If I were on a date and the person said that they didn't like Disney, I would look them dead in the eye and be like, in a relationship, I need faith, trust, and then I would open my wallet and throw glitter and then whisper, okay, stop lying. Honey, we have guests coming over. Go get the fancy plates. The fancy plates. Let me go, please. I'll do anything. But he could die. Please, I'll do anything. I never made that connection before. This is why it's my favorite Disney movie. It's always got something new. Trouble. You're only in trouble if you get caught. My motto. What's a motto? Nothing. What's a motto with you? A Disney reference in a Disney post. I don't get it. And so, Dr. Balu finds himself leaping from life to life, hoping each time his next leap will be the leap home. You have the abilities of a Disney prince or princess depending on who you are, I guess. You can talk to animals, people burst into songs around you, and it seems like every other day a person falls madly in love with you. As one of the most feared mafia enforcers in New York, it's tough, but you make it work. How did you know? Okay. Seriously, who is making these? Disney announces Life Day spork and food items coming to Star Wars Galaxy Edge this year. It's funny how Disney has been marketing the Star Wars Holiday Special so much, despite the fact it's a major source of shame for George Lucas. But then I forgot, Disney has no sense of shame. The sequel I've been waiting for. Down. Toy Story taught us that appearances really do trick you. These two cars serve literally no purpose in the Cars universe. The detail in the first Incredibles versus Incredibles 2. Rapunzel's neck must have been really strong. Show me a Disney character that went harder than Scar. Maleficent cursed a baby because she was not invited to the first birthday party. Try again. I wonder how Mike Wazowski cries. I always found this part of Toy Story 2 so oddly satisfying. My puppy thinks he's Bolt from the movies. Me watching Disney movies. I don't care how old I am. This will always be me. I'm at Disney and this mother just told her son, this is the happiest place on earth. Don't make me slap you. Only Disney manages to make a bold fish. This is one of the more crazy villains ever. He got rejected once and decided to start clapping all of the superheroes in existence. Disney made turning 16 such a big deal. I turned 16 and my life went to shit. The wilderness must be explored. Did Russell die? The only thing I like about working at a movie theater is seeing this dad bring his daughter to Disney movies. Toy Story 5 is in the works. If humans ain't finding out the toy's alive in this one, pack it up already. When you hand Mickey Mouse the orcs. In Ratatouille, when Linguini brings Remy back to his apartment and gets all embarrassed and is like, it's not much, to a rat. That's my level of insecurity. This guy was raised by gorillas, lived in a forest and didn't know human language, and still got a girlfriend. He is a Disney princess now. I will never get over the fact someone said, thanks Satan, in a Disney movie. No, Nemo. Notice sadness is in charge in the mother's mind, and anger leads in the father's mind. I want her so bad. I did not understand when I was younger, but I understand now. This hot air balloon was modeled to look like the house from Up. One time my ex was really mad at me, and after we broke things off, he sent me this and never talked to me again. What's Disney's obsession with dumb birds? Who did this? I can no longer unsee it. It is too pure. I was thinking about this picture on the drive home and started laughing so hard that I almost got in a car wreck. This picture almost killed me. When you realize every kid in the first Toy Story movie is Andy, but wearing different clothes. The beauty of Disney, a series of perfect shots I've noticed in some of my favorite Disney movies. Most relatable character in Moana, rages for 1,000 years, takes a nap when she's done. I just realized they were all single dads. A dog walking out a dog. Disney logic. My, how the tables have turned. Yes, maybe cartoons have had an influence on my preferences. Why the dog? Like, people before and after taking off their glasses according to Disney. What if we're all characters in a book? What if when you forget what you were going to say, it's the author backspacing? Guys, Olympus would be that way. Hades puts up with so much shit during this movie. I sympathize with him more than Hercules. Girls who can run in heels should be feared. Not only if I run in heels, but run upstairs made of ice in heels. If that's not bad enough, she's skipping steps. The creators of Finding Nemo missed the perfect fish pun by saying the end instead of fin. Someday future archaeologists are going to dig up Disney World and think it was some bizarre mouse worshipping kingdom. Babe, it's been 2 months. Time to consume another nostalgia bait remake from your childhood. Yes, corporation. Disney, please give us back villains who were evil, and they know it. No generational trauma or morally grey villains, just pure evil. Yesterday I had a breakdown and decided to go to Paris, so I'm at Disneyland. When I have a breakdown, I open the fridge. Y'all remember Disney XD? What was that? I used to think this was Disney, but for people who could skateboard. 6-year-old Jermaine had been saving up his money so he could go to Walt Disney World, but he decided to spend that money on food to hand out to the Hurricane Dorian evacuees instead. Stop crying, it's just a movie. The movie. Nothing has ever made me happier in my whole life. Around 1 a.m, I turn into the psychotic lion from The Lion King. I don't trust you if you think Violet is not the most relatable character in history. Disney bans grieving father from having Spider-Man on son's grave. Copyright law is great. I'm getting Spider-Man tattooed on my nuts and there's nothing Disney can do about it. Family is there for you, even when the sky is falling. This man literally stood around and let his son get relentlessly bullied by the entire town. From Disney, oh dear. Frozen L's ahead. Disney really is the most magical place on earth. Minnie realized that this little boy was deaf and communicated with him in ASL. My cats are doing their very best Lion King reenactment. Disney Channel stars when the camera stops filming. Disney taught me that the best way to express your sadness is to throw yourself on the nearest object and dramatically sob. From Snow White's perspective, the old peddler woman was totally legit. She gave her an apple and told her to make a wish. Next thing she knows, the prince is there to take her away, and she is surrounded by her friends rejoicing. My face when someone says Lion King is just for kids. I know Lilo and Stitch came first, but has anyone noticed that David is wearing Maui's hook? I have been in therapy ever since. Disney wakes up every morning and chooses trauma. If Bella never found the castle, my life is like a Disney movie, and by that, I mean I'm pretty sure I will end up sharing spaghetti with a dog in an alley. Go confront the problem, fight, win. I need an Edna mode life coach. Edna is a shining example of all kinds of useful things. Volkswagen develops high-tech office chair that can zip you around the office at a top speed of 12 miles per hour. How would you like your remains to be handled after you die? Scattered at Disneyland. Also, I don't want to be cremated. Owning a cat is hearing things crash during the night and deciding it's a problem for you tomorrow. Disney Experimental Era had something amazing going on with their antagonists, because like, we wanted to see these guys be redeemed. We knew they could do better. Disney has announced Story Living, their own residential neighborhoods that allow fans to look for new ways to make Disney a bigger part of their lives. You will live in the Disney pod. You will eat the Disney bug. You will own nothing. You will be happy. It looks like Lightning McQueen paved this road. Toy Story 2 bloopers, because Pixar animated bloopers. This is why Pixar is greater than everything else. This pipe almost gave me a heart attack. For a second, I thought it was this guy from The Lion King, living under my backyard. Disney gave us memories. DreamWorks gave us memes. What if Aladdin always looked like that? What if Disney villains dressed up as princesses? Imagine a movie with these four. I'm crying. Live action Simba really did not give a hell. Ratatouille this, Ratatouille that. What about some respect for my freaking girlies? Disney really sees supportive older brothers and goes, no, absolutely not. Stop everything and look at Judy's iPod. Zootopia was great for a million reasons, but if you don't appreciate these puns, get out of my face. Forget unrealistic expectations about romance. Disney taught me to explore alternate uses for my kitchen utensils. Merciful God, Woody stares at us with his silent but watchful gaze. I think Disney films are partially responsible for my wanting to live in a house within a large oak tree. This is the most adorable thing I've seen all day. We need a princess and the frog too, to show Tiana running that restaurant she worked so hard to get. I personally think Cinderella should have lived a happy life with all her animal friends rather than settle for a man who had her drown a shoe because he did not recognize her without makeup. My little neighbor has been in the street dramatically singing Let It Go for the past 15 minutes. Hello, I am once again thinking about the best Pixar short film. Lock me in a castle and call me Bella because all I want is a massive in-home library and dishes that wash themselves. My brother made me the birthday cake from Sleeping Beauty. Mentally, I'm in the giant pit of stuffed animals at a 90s Disney store. Look at the bunny police. That is Officer Judy Hobbs, you uncultured swine. You can literally see him breathe. Disney forgets nothing. I don't know. They stopped animating his breathing after like 20 minutes into the movie. There's something different about Disney movie posters in China, but I can't put my finger on what. Disney is developing a Bambi remake in photorealistic CGI-driven style of The Lion King. Do you mix your friends? Only on birthdays. So it's like a Disney Channel crossover episode. Dramatic girlfriend, understanding boyfriend. Sits back and relax the Incredibles way. If you knew nothing about the Incredibles, this would be a horrifying picture. Nobody is posting about Disney Plus anymore. Your 7-day trial must be over. Can't even be broken piece nowadays. Disney Frozen Olaf, the snowman face paint tutorial. I have seen the gates of hell. Considering how there's no traces of humans in The Lion King, it could be set in any era. The Bronze Age, the 21st century, or a cyborg future where humanity has gone extinct. Tom Hanks stated that the ending of Toy Story 4 was so intense he did not want to face the crew while he recorded his lines. Mr. Potato says the N-word. Disney characters face swapped with their corresponding villains. I was wondering who the man in the flannel is. It's the guy that killed Bambi's mum. Fuck that guy. He's the most evil one there. He's the only one that actually ever killed anyone. Learn to watch my back after seeing a dude kill his brother and try to bang his chick. Life comes at you fast when you're a kid watching Lion King. Babe, we have guests. Go get the fancy cups. I'm this old. Crossover episodes were the best thing to happen in television. No, we can't release the season all at once because we want people to keep talking about our show for a longer time. Here's a whole season, bro. You can do whatever the fuck you want with it. If Incredibles 2 can come back 14 years later and show us what happens at the end of the first film, then I think it's only fair they do the same with Monsters Inc. What the fuck? How Disneyland should have handled things. Someone replaced every Disney prince with Keanu Reeves. I wish cars could talk. Man, do I got a movie for you. I have this Finding Nemo plate and I realized that Nemo is not on it and it's just 2 Marlins. Will you chill? They couldn't find him, my god. Obnoxious asshole. Straight up mass murders cars by blowing up their engine. Hires a German scientist car to point cameras at racing cars and blow them up. Traps Mater and 2 of his friends in a big Bentley and ties them to a deadly gear. Beats McQueen in a race. After you lose, no one will remember you. Maybe, but when you lose, no one will let you forget it. At this point, the entire theater started screaming, "Ooh, my best friend's name is Elsa." And today she went, "I wish people would stop asking me if I want to build a fucking snowman. I think she should just let it go. I want a Disney Pixar movie about a teenage boy who unintentionally transforms into a stone golem at very inconvenient times. It won't be a metaphor for anything whatsoever. Officer Judy Hobbs to scale. How do you even explain this to God on the Judgment Day?" So I tried finessing this guy into sharing his Disney Plus account with me, and this is what he sends me. Disney World was going to be placed in St. Louis along the Mississippi River. That's why the Disney star has an arch in it at the beginning of films and sits on a river. Child, Mum, can we get Disney Plus? We got Disney Plus at the house. The actual class system in America is never been to Disney, went to Disney once or twice, goes to Disney annually. Pooh Bear always makes me cry. Just look at him. He is so innocent and pure and is always in trouble. It's as if the world hates him. But how can you hate such a lovable creature? Life always shits the hardest on the sweetest. Do you guys like Cinderella's new makeover? I like her hat. There is a snake in my glass slipper. I like how how in old animation you knew what the object the characters would interact with because they were significantly less detailed than the stationary objects around them. Michael Jordan turns down 120 million ad campaign with Disney. I like my reputation. Usually I would say Dole Whip, but nothing satisfies my stomach like a screaming child. Yeah, this is crazy information. Kylie Jenner is the Ariel we all deserved. There is already enough plastic in the ocean. I miss old Disney. All the new characters looks too similar. Old Disney characters. This is the strangest picture I have ever seen. Like, what? I feel very uncomfortable right now. What do you plan to do with your future? You mean the swirling vortex of terror? This would be cool to have as a golf cart. Still one of the best villains in all of Disney. No redeeming qualities. No sad backstory. No, I was misunderstood. Just a bad man who wanted power and control. A plus villain. I am going to have a heart attack. Oh my god. Your millennium babies would not understand. This was Netflix before Netflix. Only the real ones had the bootleg DVDs with the Sharpie labels. Grandmas deserve to live forever. Pixar. What the actual fuck? 90% of millennial couples look like this. Things that this is. A licensed Disney Donald Duck. I'm not reading this. It appeared the mountain lion was watching the family's television through the window, but in reality, it was looking to use their Disney Plus account. Disney World guests cannot eat or drink while walking anymore. Brilliant, bad, a little bit mad. This movie is anti-canine and promotes animal abuse. Cancel it. Beauty and the Beast 2 lost in IKEA because Bella and the Prince needed some new fucking furniture after it all turned human again. Princess in Disney movie sings every animal around. Yeah, Mickey Mouse is cool and all, but can we talk about Goofy for a second? He was a single dad who raised his son, and when he lost his job, he went back to college so he could get a job to support his son. That mouse has nothing on this dog. Why the hell is she brushing his hair with a fork? It's a dingle hopper, you uncultured swine. It happened. I'm a Disney princess. Put that thing back where it came from. Also help me. This is the funniest thing I have ever seen. If I could bring one dead person back to life, I would bring Walt Disney just to show him the shows on the Disney Channel and see his reaction. Hi, I'm Doug. I just met you, and I love you. Edna, you're the best. Yes, I know, darling. I know. I want to have Edna's confidence. Spring, summer, autumn, and winter, represented by the princesses and the queen. A heart-shaped lightning strike during a thunderstorm over France. Hi, I'm Thor, and you're watching Disney Channel. Daily reminder that Rapunzel is literally the best Disney princess. She is a baby and the owner of my heart. Tangled deserves the same amount of appreciation that Frozen gets. They both suck. Monsters Inc. Portable chargers. I need it. Okay, I don't think this is a Disney meme, but it's funny, I think. I know. I had to meet my goddaughter in appropriate attire so that she would not be confused about my role as her godmother. If I ask you to be a good parent, just know I expect this level of commitment when you catch someone looking at you and then they still keep looking at you. Disney animator in the 70s. None of you will get this, but wait 50 years. I'm not sure Disney fully understands what a pirate is. A good pirate never takes another person's property. Mulan will release on Disney Plus for $29.99, so I have to pay to watch a movie on a streaming service that I already pay for. The only character in media I have ever related to is Chef Gustavo from Ratatouille, who got one negative review one time, and it made him so sad he died. The best duo in cinematic history. Everybody else can leave. I need a Disney short about the night Edna babysat. The girl I babysat has made me watch WALL-E at least 10 times, so I assumed it was her favorite movie. But today, her mum told me that she watches it because she thinks it's my favorite movie. The Scooby-Doo premiere. Wow. I was trying to figure out who was missing and realized Scooby isn't real. Only some people will understand. Disney really needs to get Pixar movies back into the theaters. The extremely underrated Disney animated movies squad. I want the Disney prequel about these two. I know there is history there and a fallout. Why isn't Disney karaoke a thing? I have a very specific skill set that is going to waste. For Halloween, Disney Plus changed the covers of their classic films to close-ups of the villain's face. I work at Disney and came across this while walking around today. Disney once considered building a park dedicated solely to villains, Dark Kingdom, which would have featured Maleficent's castle as its incoming centerpiece. Everyone seems to forget the fact that Ariel is the only Disney princess who became a mother, raising her 12-year-old daughter, Melody. Does my friend look like Pocahontas? No, she looks like the people that took her land. Don Rickles passed away before he was able to record any dialogue for Toy Story 4. Rather than replacing him, Disney reviewed 25 years of material from the first 3 films, video games, and other media. They were able to assemble enough dialogue to cover the entire film. Finished the puzzle. Disney had this peak moment of drawing unconventional features on a female character and keeping them realistic and consistent while making her beautiful, and it was criminally underrated. My husband and I are surprising our 6-year-old tomorrow by taking him to Disney for his birthday. We've been in the car for 4+ hours and he still thinks we are on our way home from school. He keeps saying, "Look, we're almost almost here. Update, we have arrived to Disney World. He thinks we took a wrong turn and is very concerned about who is going to feed our cat. Let it never be forgotten that my older brother is 13 years older than me, and when he went off to college, I was deeply entrenched in my The Little Mermaid obsession. And when he and a group of am I having a stroke? What the fuck? Went out to a karaoke place. There was a group of girls having... I can't read this. Y'all know who I don't see enough appreciation for. Nani. My girl was only 19 and working hard left to right to raise and support Lilo on her own after their parents died. She is every bit the hero all the other Disney princesses are, and we need to treat her as such. Boo's real name is Mary, as shown briefly on one of the crayon drawings she shows to Sully in the scene where Boo is going to sleep on Sully's bed. The actress who provided the voice of Boo is Mary Gibbs. Damn it, Pixar. Do you guys ever sleep? OMG. Guys, I was at Disneyland and I saw this lady go up to this little girl dressed up as Thor and say, "That's not ladylike," and the little girl jumps into a fighting stance, points her hammer at the lady and says, "Suck my ass," with the most serious look. Describe yourself in a Pixar quote. I'll kidnap 1,000 children. Reminder of one of the darkest moments in history. Remember the Pixar lamp? This is him now. Feel old yet? The guy at 415 looks like Mr. Incredible's boss. I blame Disney for the reason our generation grew up to be so savage. I don't want to talk about it. Good. We don't want to hear about it. They are all real. This is traumatizing. I'm telling my kids this was Gordon Ramsay. My, how the tables have turned. Disney characters randomly in between the movie for no reason. McQueen, better stay away from me. Oh shit. Baboon, unintentionally recreate iconic scene from The Lion King. I forbid you from taking another step down these stairs. It's almost like Cinderella 3 is better than the original, and this is one of the reasons why. How fast my moods change. What? Okay, fine. I'm cool. I'm fine. Mulan has the highest kill count of any Disney character, including villains. She was also the first Disney princess to be shown killing people on screen. My dentist has a weird sense of humor. School. Freshman year versus senior year. If you yell, "Andy's coming," in front of the Toy Story characters at Disney, they will stop what they're doing and drop. This is still one of the best photos of all time. Have you ever gotten so excited you decapitated yourself? Merciful God Woody stares at us with his silent but watchful gaze. What even is that? Welcome to Jurassic Park. Monsters University versus Monsters Inc. I hated this bitch. We ordered the Goofy movie cartoon-style pizza. Hakuna Matata was an elaborate ploy from Timon and Pumbaa to get Simba to eat bugs instead of them. Monsters Inc. Goofy is literally the most terrifying character design to have ever been in a Final Fantasy game. Fiona, if the MCU was in charge of her character design, please let me in. No, is this Frozen? Don't let them in. I just found out my dad isn't really my dad. Your dad, the goose? That must have been quite a shock. She's the perfect combination of extremely judgmental and supportive. I will stay in the hall. I will stay in the... Now I am going down the hall. It is dark in the hall. My academic career. Lock me in a castle and call me Bella, because all I want is a massive in-home library and dishes that wash themselves. Y'all remember Disney XD? What was that? I used to think this was Disney, but for people who could skateboard. Same, and I actually don't know why. This is weird. My daughter gets so pumped watching Disney movies. She loves that they all have singing, dancing, and a part where the parents die. With the bear still at large, in Magic Kingdom, Disney attempts to send in a negotiator. Recently, Disney executives heard about Dolan and Gooby and immediately decided to jump on the bandwagon. These were taken at Disney World last week. It looks like Lightning McQueen paved this road. Pretty sure this chick's account is Frozen, the saddest untold story within Beauty and the Beast. Someone probably got turned into a toilet. This is how relationships be nowadays. Pretty girls with goofy guy. My beauty tricks. Ah yes, the flawless Mike Wazowski look. Just what I've wanted. I do be texting back with a lot of ha 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 for someone who's having a ha ha hard time. In Hercules, the cape attached to Hercules' armor is actually the shawl that is given to him by his adoptive mother. I get road rage walking behind people. The best fight. What baby is winning this fight, Stewie? I went to the island that inspired Te-Fiti this week. Look how beautiful. The rewards of being loved. The mortifying ordeal of being known. Pippa, here to remind you that it might be scary to face your fears, but in the end, it's all worth it. Can we talk about why Tarzan doesn't have facial hair? My parents took my 4-year-old niece to Disney World this week, and they were afraid he was going to get bored of all the princesses. In case you didn't know, over 1 million bubbles were drawn for the 1989 film The Little Mermaid. That is awful. I personally think Cinderella should have lived a happy life with all of her animal friends, rather than settle for a man who had her try on a shoe because he did not recognize her without makeup. Nothing hit you as hard when all of Tigger's friends dressed up as Tigger because he never found his family. Underrated words from an underrated movie. Just because the past is painful doesn't mean the future will be. My daughter used markers to put makeup on her dolls. I tried to wash them. Cinderella had an especially rough night. Wrong door. This is my favorite thing on the internet. Who's winning in a fight? Lilo was throwing hands within 5 minutes of her character introduction. There is no way. In Zootopia, there are wolves, but no dogs. This is because there were no humans to domesticate and breed them. Please tell me this was on purpose. Yeah, I don't know. In Kung Fu Panda, Po is the dragon warrior because unlike Tai Lung and Tigress, he worked customer service and won't become tyrannical with power. When I stop talking and realize my therapist hasn't said anything in a while, you sly dog, you had me monologuing. Oh my god, I love your hair. I love your dress. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Can we all appreciate that Judy found one of her most powerful allies through honest positivity and socialization with another girl? You left us in the hands of him. No offense. I love this movie. Legitimately one of my favorite animated movies. It kills me that it's not getting a sequel. It deserves one. Rapunzel, let down your... This was never in the movie. I am still angry. In The Incredibles 2004, Frozone isn't using a pet name in the line. Honey, where is my supersuit? It's his wife's first name. Say hello to Honey for me. Bro, this part was hilarious. This old couple came to meet Mulan and dressed up like Mulan and Shen. This is the kind of love I want. You guys like Cinderella's new makeover? I like her hat. There's a snake in my glass slipper. Is it just me, or is this one of the most relatable animated movie scenes ever made? I can't believe you don't want to go to your own son's graduation. It's not a graduation. He's moving from the 4th grade to the 5th grade. It's a ceremony. It's psychotic. They keep creating new ways to celebrate mediocrity. To this day, the most unrealistic thing Disney ever did was portray Zeus as a loving family man. I refuse to get married unless I'm proposed with the ring in this box. People in the movie, based on a true story. Picture of the actual person in the end credits. I don't want to survive. I want to live. You have no idea how much this statement means to me. You will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. Mentally, I'm in the giant pit of stuffed animals at a Disney store. I can't stop thinking about Updog. What's Updog? Him. I'm furious. Do you ever just feel like this guy? But I love sports. Dodgeball was the best. I was the fastest one out there. Of course, I was the ball. This kid looks like he didn't just hear the greatest joke of all time, when in fact, he did. I don't have a skull or bones. Whoever wrote this character was high as hell. Fun fact, this was Josh Gad's improvising. He apparently improvised most of his lines, which left the animators with the task of animating whatever Josh Gad's heart desired. This just makes Olaf that amount better. Do y'all remember when Aladdin found the Infinity Gauntlet before Thanos? Pixar CEO. Remember guys, we work as a team. There is no I in Pixar. Yes, there is. No, there isn't. Writes the word Pixar on a piece of paper and hands it to the CEO. Oh my, yeah. Murder it with a lamp. Go to your local Disneyland and grab one for your boo. She said your local Disneyland, like it's around the corner. This would be cool to have for a golf cart. When you've already decided you're going to call in sick tomorrow and everyone says, see you tomorrow, as you're walking out the school. It looks awful. That's because it's on you, duh. Apply cold water to burned area. Okay, but can someone explain why someone would need that many control panel windows open in Windows XP? This comment made me feel old. When you missed the last step on the stairs. Can we just remember that the animators drew Snow White frame by frame? Someone drew that intentionally. How does Rapunzel have the most hair and wakes up perfectly? These are 3 different characters. Forky is a character who is convinced he's trash and keeps trying to throw himself away, but his friends do their best to convince him he is worthy of love. So I finally feel represented in a Disney movie. This scene is the best. Anna, Elsa, Sven, Samantha? I don't even know a Samantha. I've had to wait 12 years to finally get a sequel. 12 years? I had to wait 13. Only 13. I had to wait 14. You guys got a sequel? I laughed at this scene as a child, but this is literally how I deal with my life now. Owning a cat is hearing things crash during the night and deciding it's a problem for tomorrow. You. Why ship the problematic Joker and Harley Quinn when Jack Skellington and Sally are out there being the cutest, spooky couple? I appreciate that Disney had a niche history nerd arc in the early 2000s. You just disappeared. Sorry, if I do that in scaring class, I'll be a joke. No, it's totally great. You got to use it. Really? Yeah, but lose those glasses. They give it away. Well, that was one of the quickest character developments I've ever seen. Are you seriously telling me that all the villainous squinting and peering is because he's meant to be wearing glasses? Jesse, listen to me. Remember your training. But I didn't have any training. This is basically what it's like to be an adult. Authority should derive from the consent of the governed, not from the threat of force. Barbie spitting relevant shit. She wasn't president for nothing. This was in the bath bomb. Mike Wazowski was inside the bath bomb. Put that thing back where it came from. Also help me. I made this joke in the Discord chat, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. I'm wheezing. Maybe you'll meet someone special. Maybe you won't. Maybe you'll have puppies. Maybe you won't. Life advice from Jiminy Cricket. Disney should have never cancelled House of Mouse. Boo's real name is Mary, as shown briefly on one of the crayon drawings she shows to Sully in the scene where Boo is going to sleep on Sully's bed. The actress who provided the voice of Boo is Mary Gibbs. Damn, Pixar. Do you guys ever sleep? Pixar accidentally deleting 90% of Toy Story 2. Animator who has backups on her home computer. Excuse me, I think the word you're searching for is Space Ranger. The word I'm searching for, I can't say, because there's preschool toys present. This was my favorite line in the movie. This did not just happen. Ellie is awesome. I mean, look at this picture. She gets married and doesn't even change out of her dress. She saws wood in her wedding dress. They don't have a honeymoon. They build their dream house together. Admit it, you fell in love with this magnificent, shiny thing the moment he began to sing. No, I did not. This is an award-winning studio. So, I'm in the middle of cleaning my room, which is why this looks a mess. And my sister is playing with my toys. I hear her say, "We just love new toys," in a really menacing voice, and I turn around to see this. My brain to the name of the person that just introduced themselves to me. It is the month we've all been waiting for. My stupid self has been saying, "Do you lion?" when you turn 18 and start life for real. This ride only stops in an emergency. Crying is not an emergency. They all dream to be like Elastic Girl, mum with a great body, but I dream to be like Edma Mode, millionaire aunt with style. My sister paid to get a cake made like the happy-go-lucky cup pot from Beauty and the Beast, and they look like they're ready to punch me. Barbie, wait, don't do this. She's a Barbie doll, Ken. There's 100 million just like her. Not to me, there's not. Ken's got game. Brave cosplay. She even has the horse. I'm laughing because of the name. Horses or nothing. In Frozen, the ice in Olaf's drink is shaped the same as his body. Head, torso, butt, feet. So he's drinking himself. When the food is so good that you burn your tongue while eating it, and now you cannot taste any of it for the rest of the meal. The many infamous faces of Kovu. That moment when you remember how weirdly, why are these people attracted to lions? This is too good. Rest in peace, the absolute legend and superstar, Dame Angela Lansbury. You were the hero of so many childhood memories. Your pioneering work and outstanding talent will always be remembered and treasured. When you set an alarm for 6, but also these alarms, I cannot stop laughing. Disney CEO reportedly exhausted and overwhelmed after multiple box office flops. I'm not joking when I say this is quite literally the worst thing I've ever seen in my life put to film. These are the same moments in the Lion King story. The moment Simba notices the stampede. My friend was falling off my bed and she was like, "Help me back up." And I looked her dead in the eye and whispered, "Long live the king," and pushed her off the bed. This is how a tiebreaker in an election should be decided. Someone had to do it. Tadashi looks so offended. Like, I see the swear jar will be receiving a great offering this night. They better put Big Chungus in the new Space Jam movie. Holy, they actually did it. I'm calling the cops. Disney. Remember Phil? It's a cartoon about a man raised by gorillas. Nothing too crazy. Phil. Booby traps? Sure, I would easily fall into a trap if I saw boobs. Despite being interviewed individually, all 4 gave the exact same response. Imagine if these 3 got into an argument. Benson is winning. Guess what? Bruno made his first 2D animated debut in Hercules, way before Encanto came out. Disney ain't produced a single raw character since 2000 2003. Nah, bro's been living with Patrick the Star for the last 20 years because ain't no way. Robert Williams' daughter gets Genie in Viral. Which Disney character are you, Filter? Wow, they didn't even use a real Rancor. Disney has ruined Star Wars. You guys, I'm in Disney World, and this afternoon, my blood sugar dropped so low. I got separated from my family and somehow bought an ice cream, then blacked out and woke up on a bench with chocolate sauce all over my arms and Mickey Mouse putting a cold towel on my head. This truly is a magical place. Once again, my plans have been foiled. Disney's experimental era had something amazing going on with their antagonists, because like, we wanted to see these guys be redeemed. We knew they could do better. My 3 moods. Pixar mum, I give inspirational speeches to the main character that helps them on their journey, and also have a big butt. Disney mum, I'm dead. My husband made a Beauty and the Beast themed dinner for my birthday. I blame Disney for my taste in women. Mum's wondering where all the shampoo went. 7-year-olds making potions in the tub. Thank God it's the weekend. Me, Saturday and Sunday. Go, confront the problem, fight, win. I need an Edna life coach. Edna is a shining example of all kinds of useful things. Hey, just saying, but Rapunzel looks absolutely wonderful in all her different animation styles. Halloween on the Disney Channel used to hit different in the early 2000s. Also be looking like she's going to engage in a rap battle or something. Yo, 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 let it go. I hope that one day Disney remembers that they have Brother Bear and gets a live action. My kids made this lamp for my birthday. This thing would kick the Pixar lamp's ass. This is what they took from you. On Halloween, this guy dressed up as Aladdin and glued a carpet to his skateboard and made his way through the halls like this. I can show you the hall. We have a 2319. I repeat, a 2319. In Hercules, Hades says, guys, relax. It's only half time. Exactly at the 46-minute mark. The halfway point of the 92-minute movie. Can we talk about how Ratatouille ripped off my boy Tutta? Disney movies are just a bunch of women falling for creeps. Can we talk about how unbelievably adorable Winnie the Pooh is? I mean, look at him, all snuggled up under his blanket for safety. Why has he got a rifle? All I did was pause Netflix so I could get Oreos. I'm having a near-death experience. I am on my way. I paused Frozen, right as Anna punched Hans, and now I'm crying. Her eyes look like a Disney character's eyes. This is the start of a good senior year. The backgrounds of Disney's Wish are made in traditional, hand-drawn animation. This is amazing. Virtual reality will allow fans to live their favorite Star Wars moments. So Daisy just met Bella, and Bella asked if we had plans after. When we said no, she said, great, what if I take you on a tour of France? The reason why the character of Turk is female in this film is that, according to the producer, when male actors auditioned for the part, none of them clicked. When Rosie O'Donnell stepped into audition, it worked and she got the part. Arnold said of the gender change, you don't have to be a guy to be your best friend. Back when I watched this, I always thought she was a dude anyway, so it doesn't really matter either way. It's Turk, man. The fact that the Pope exists in Cars 2 and rides within a Pope-mobile not only proves the existence of Catholicism in the Cars universe, but also that in 1981, the assassination attempt also occurred. Okay, but Vader literally turned off the lights on his chest panel to make an impression on the rebels. That whole emerging from the darkness by the light of his saber thing. That was intentional dramatic effect. What a drama queen. Layla got away because he wasted 30 seconds scaring the hell out of those poor rebel mooks. And since they're indicators, he would have had to turn his life support off. So he nearly died for drama. My 89-year-old grandmother has dementia. I bought my baby Yoda along for a visit, and she instantly fell in love with it. Now it's hers, and she's married it. Now it's hers, and she's named it Ladybug. The pen may not be mightier than the scalpel. This surgeon always takes a moment to make sure a scar isn't the only lasting memory of a child's surgical procedure. He surprises them with a hand-drawn dressing featuring a character or something that personally interests them. It's just one of those weeks, I tell myself, apparently having picked a career that does not seem to have any other type of week. I know genies don't have feet, but you'll have some big shoes to fill. Will Smith being a bro. I know we give the new genie a lot of crap, but in reality, Will is probably trying seriously hard to make Robin Williams proud, and I respect that. If you look like this, I'm yours. I spent the entire film thinking she was going to have an affair with Mrs. Incredible. I don't care what anybody says. This is the top 4 saddest Disney deaths of all time. The boss on his first stage. The boss on his final stage. The boss when you unlock him as a playable character. I have no caption for this. The snow glows white on the mountain tonight. For the sake of your health, please remain indoors. I just can't. Like, what do you mean this was a Disney movie? Disney fell off in tone so hard. Frozen is considered a high drama now. I want a Disney Pixar movie about a teenage boy who unintentionally transforms into a stone golem at very inconvenient times. It won't be a metaphor for anything whatsoever. I spend far too much of my life wondering what household object I'd have been turned into if I was in Beauty and the Beast. I'd probably get turned into a candle. I don't know. I used to be scared of the dark until I was like 12. It's not even a joke. Don't marry a man unless you would be proud to have a son exactly like him. Yeah, fun fact. My dad accidentally dislocated my arm swinging me around at Disneyland when I was like 7. I'm not saying I'm gonna do that to my kid, but you know.